In this video, we are going to go through the steps of how to create codes using the varying fields option. When you first log into your AdID profile, you will be brought to this home page. To create codes with varying fields, you're going to navigate to the left-hand side, click Create AdID Code, and you will be brought to this page. Please remember that before you create these codes, your account should be funded. If you need help with how to fund the account, please see our other video on our YouTube page or on our website that shows you how to fund the account. Here, you will select from your list of groups. You can search for whichever group it is that you need if you have too many in there. Next, you'll select the prefix, and then you'll select the account. So you'll see that I have it funded there for enough codes. So to use the varying fields option, this is a great way to streamline creating codes when you have codes that are similar, but just have perhaps different titles and different links, but they're maybe for the same product. So what you would do once you select this information above is you would click this Create Multiple Codes by Varying Fields option. Here you'll see some directions letting you know that you are using these fields only. Only the fields where you want to enter different information about the advertising asset should be filled out. Each field should contain the same number of values in a comma-separated list. So for example, if I have 4 ad titles that I put in here, then I would need to put, if I want to put the version, I would put the four versions, 4 links, 4 campaigns. But you only need to fill in whatever fields you would like. Something very important to note is that if your ad title contains commas, please refrain from adding them here as that will count it as 2 separate titles. So for example, here in this example, it would count 10 as one title and 000 dogs as another title because of that comma separated. So please keep that in mind when you are using codes by varying fields. You can create up to 100 codes at a time. And so that is something also very helpful when you're trying to create a lot of codes, perhaps for the same product, and they just have different titles, different sizes, things like that. So you'll have to agree that, yes, I want to generate multiple codes varying by the fields below. And so you'll see these open up now. So you can, again, create them how many ever you want, up to 100, and you need to separate them by comma. So for example, I would put doors. I know a lot of people like to put the length there in the title, so you can do that. You don't have to. That's just the way that I'm going to do it. And so you see I'm putting the commas between the titles there. So then I would put another one. And so I'm going to do 3 for now. So those would be the 3 titles that I would like. So if I wanted to add in a version, I would need to put in 3 different versions here. But I'm only going to do add title and length for this. Again, if you wanted to do campaign, you can do so as well, but you would need to add 3 campaigns separated by a comma. So for length, I have in my titles, I already know what lengths they are, but if you don't have it in your title, you'll have to look back at the information that was provided to you regarding the creative asset, and you'll fill in the information accordingly. So I've decided to put 3 ad titles and 3 links for the varying fields. And so when you scroll down, you'll still have to do the slate, except that you'll see in a second that the fields that I filled in above have been grayed out. So first I'll select the media type. So I'm doing video. HD will be automatically selected. If you need an SD, you can click that as well. Again, there's no charge for creating an SD code along with your HD code. It just will have the same code. The HD code will have an H at the end and the SD will not. So then you also need to select your media attribute. Again, a lot of our clients use video all just because it makes sure everything is covered. But if you want to be specific as to what these are for, you can go ahead and choose from this list. Because of the prefix that I chose, the parent, advertiser, and brand are all filled in already. And that's again associated to the prefix that I chose up here. So when you scroll down, I'll need to select the product. And so if it's one of these, you can select it, or you can click other and type in whatever it is. So you'll see since I filled in ad title above, it's grayed out here. So you won't need to enter anything there. Same with the link. and in seconds. So you'll have your agency name. This is again associated with the information with your profile. The language is defaulted to English, but if you need to change that, you can change that here. If you have spots with different languages, then you wouldn't be able to use the varying fields because the only fields that you can create multiple codes for here are ad title, version, length, and campaign. And just like when creating a regular code, the optional fields are on the right-hand side. So you can put information about the job number, the campaign, the version, the start and end dates for this campaign. You can include a URL, any notes. Again, this is only for internal use. So this is more for your agency or your organization to keep track of certain information. You can designate whether the spot is closed caption or not. This will not closed caption your spot. It'll just note that it is closed caption. You can select the aspect ratio as well as the audio type. So once you make sure that everything looks great and double check that you have 3 of each or how many ever you're creating, you'll scroll down to the bottom and click submit. You'll see that the 3 codes were created and they were associated with my group. It'll also tell you how many credits were taken from the account so that you can keep track of that as well. And when you scroll down, you'll see that the 3 codes that I created are here. So I created garage 6, opening doors 15, and doors 30. And again, I put them in the title just because I know that a lot of clients like to put the length in the title. But the length actually came from me typing it into the varying fields option. So you'll see the 3 codes there. And again, you can click on these, select how you would like to export them if you would like to export them. And then you can go from there. If you would like, for whatever reason, you need to edit something, you will have to do this through the Actions button and click Edit Code. Here, you'll be able to change anything that is not grayed out. So even the varying fields options that you filled in, you will be able to edit for if you need to do that for each specific one. In a separate video, you'll see an option to do a multi-code edit that will be available on our YouTube page as well as our website. So if you would like information regarding how to do a multi-code edit, please look for that video on our site. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to us at cs@ad-id.org.